IronCAD 2024 has added support to place parts, features, and assemblies on different layers or different line styles in the IronCAD drawing environment. For example, we can go to a part and right-click and go to Part Properties. There's a custom property that you can add, and you can define it as any name that you like and any value. And these can be used to call out on the IronCAD drawing. For example, we'll just give it a name of type, and we'll set the value for this case to be part, and we'll select Add. So this one's going to be the name that we're going to use, and this is the value that we want for this particular part. You can do this again on assemblies. You can do it on features. For example, if we go to a particular feature, we can see that we've added one for this hole, so we'll call it through hole, and we've added one for our pocket here, or sorry, our cut, and we've added one for our pocket up here at the top. If we select that, we can go to its custom properties and see that we've added one for that as well to call it pocket. When you go into the drawing environment, you have a couple options that you need to do. One, on any view that you want this to apply, if you right click and go to properties, you'll see a new option that says enable custom property mapping. You need to enable this for the view. If you disable this, these settings will not apply. Next, you can go to your styles and layers by clicking on the icon here or accessing it in our menus or our ribbon bars at the top. In our case, we're going to go ahead and add some styles and layers. For example, we'll add one for our pocket, and we're going to go ahead and use a color so we can see this. We'll set it to green for the pocket. We'll add one for our cut, and we'll set a color for that, maybe orange. Hit OK, and we'll just add one for our hole, which we'll set to, let's just say blue, different blue, and we'll add one for our part that we want. So we'll call this as our part, and we're going to select that one to be red in this case. Okay, so we now added our layers inside of that. So you can see our layers controls, we have these set at the bottom, and we have color set for this. Next, you can go to the custom property mapping, and now you can define what styles that you want, line style for example, or layer that you want for each one of your type. So we're going to go ahead and add a new mapping. In this case, we call the name of type for all these, and we can just give the values for these. So we can add one for our part, and we can say we just want a layer for this one. So we're just going to set the layer part for that one and add the value. Next, we can add one for our cut, and that one we can actually add the cut, and maybe want a lines type for that. We can say, let's make that a dot for that particular shape and add that one. And we can continue to do this for all the items that we want for our through hole. One key thing to note here is it has to be spelled exactly and case sensitive in this case for the property values to match. In this case, we're going to go ahead and set that for our hole inside of here, and it's not hidden annotation. We'll set that for hole, hit add value, and we'll do one for our pocket as well. So we'll select our pocket, select our layer, and again, we can use a line type if we want. So you can define if you want a line style or not, but you just make sure you hit add value so that they show in the list and hit OK. So we've added one property type, and that has various ones underneath here that you can select to see the values set for those, or to modify these here. You can select on one, for example, we select that and change the line style if we like. But you can add as many property types that you have in the 3D file that you're using. And this can be saved with any template. So if you set this and hit OK and save it with a template, all this information will be saved along with your layers so you can reuse this later. For example, like for the bulk view drawing creation. Now that we've got that set, let's hit OK. If we go ahead and hit Update Views, we can see now that our views have all the layers and line types that we have applied in the settings. For example, our part's got the red highlight, our holes have got the blue color highlight, and we also have our pocket that's green. Also notice our cut is now orange with the line type set to dash. So this is a handy way to define different line types and styles for your parts or features to call out in your drawings. This is new to IronCAD 2024 in the IronCAD drawing environment.